Okay, the new game mode is out on the JP side of the game. The Cursed Spirit Sweep battle mode. It is down here in the bottom right next to Illusory Tower. So today we're going to be taking this on, and I want to kind of go over the battle mechanics and stuff like that before we hop in, because it can be a bit confusing, especially if you don't speak Japanese. So, battle mechanics wise, you can challenge the mode by battling an enemy that has one of the four types that you see here as its weakness to obtain materials that are then going to allow you to unlock the hidden potential system. However, the hidden potential system does not work for every character. There are set characters that it is going to work for, like Red Maki, Red Panda, Green Nanami, so on and so forth. Right now in total, I believe there are 8 characters that you are able to unlock hidden potentials for on the JP side of the game. They are all older characters for the most part, so it's going to bring those older characters into relevance. The amount of rewards you get are based on the rank you achieve, so by doing as much damage as possible to the enemy, you're going to be able to get a higher score in the battle and therefore get more rewards. And then damage can carry over between ranks. There are separate health bars, but each enemy has 2 phase changes where your damage is stopped and all debuffs are removed from the enemy before moving to the next health bar. And the battle does have a turn limit no matter which one of these you take on. From what we can tell, it's 17 turns. I haven't actually attempted this yet. This will be my first time attempting it, so I believe it'll be 17 turns regardless of which one we take on, but we'll have to see. Now, other mechanics that have to go into this you want to take into consideration is like this down here where it says 4 out of 8. The stages can be fought as many times as you want without cost, like it doesn't cost stamina, but when you claim the rewards, it costs an attempt. And these are your attempts down here, 4 out of 8. You get 4 attempts every Monday, and they can accumulate up to 8, so they do reset weekly. And the reward claiming periods are shared between the 4 stages. So if you do 1 attempt here, it counts as an attempt for all 4 stages. You can't do 4 attempts per stage. You can spend cubes to get extra attempts. At most, it seems like you can get up to 20 attempts per week, which is a lot, but I don't know how many cubes does it cost us to do this. It costs 80 cubes. It looks like 80 cubes to do it, so that's not too terrible. But still, if you're free to play, you probably don't want to spend that, so keep that in mind. But this is looking very interesting. We'll have to hop in and see. I think I'm going to take on the blue enemy because realistically Sukuna is my strongest character on this account. Okay, so the enemy that is type disadvantage to blue type characters is the tree right here. I'm excited to take this on for the first time and see how it goes. Now, there are special stage conditions or stipulations, so any allies that are not blue type allies are going to take an additional 60% damage, so keep that in mind when you guys are taking on these stages. If you're on like Red Yaga or other characters, they will potentially end up taking more damage and die more easily, which can make it a little bit harder to use your buffing characters. It's probably more ideal to use an all blue team if you have it. However, I am free to play on my JP account, so this is what I have available. Honestly, it's really not bad. I mean, I am pretty happy with the blue characters that I do have for my JP account, but outside of these characters, right, I am kind of limited on my good characters, and not all my characters are leveled up, so I need to still work on a few of these characters. I'm working on it over time, but I did just restart my JP account back during the anniversary because I wanted the anniversary characters and Sukuna. So we are running the new Sukuna Recollection on Miguel here, and then we're running non-standard on Sukuna. I don't know if I might end up switching those or not. We'll have to see, but 60,000 is the recommended combat power. We have 47,000 right here. Ideally, if like Yaga or somebody dies, he'll come in and be a good debuffer is my hope, but I am going to actually switch this Recollection out right here to give him his ultimate a little bit quicker, and hopefully this will work out for us. Okay, so we do have a 17 turn limit. We have 10 phases to get through. The more phases we get through, the more rewards we get. So we're going to go ahead and I could have probably switched out this right here. I'm not that worried about the damage he's going to do to us, but I don't know, maybe he'll one-shot Yaga now that I say that. Let's go ahead and actually buff here. Let's do a skill 1 right here, self buff, and then give him his ultimate a little bit quicker here. The one bad thing about Sukuna is I do feel like Sukuna has to stack to finally get going. So the sooner I'm able to get his ultimate, the better realistically here. Alright, we buff. I guess we'll just buff right here and buff damage because Sukuna did a lot right there, surprisingly. Let's draw aggro and skill 1. Damn, Sukuna's doing a lot with his skill 1 right there. I'm impressed. Alright, buff. We'll self buff again and skill 1. Keep in mind, we're already a couple of turns in. We're on phase 2 now. Alright, we are getting close to the ultimate turn. I'm saving this for the ultimate turn is the idea. Buff here. And we can draw aggro again. And skill... Actually, let's skill 2 Sukuna here to try and get him buffed up for his ult. 204,000 wow, he gets a lot more health between phase 1 and phase 2. Crazy. Alright, we want to do this. Buff. Skill 1. Skill 1. And skill 2 one more time, and Sukuna should have ult. Beautiful. Everybody survives because of that. Actually, that was really good having that particular recollection on Yaga for this. We'll do this. Skill 1. And I am going to pop the ult here. It should carry over the damage. We'll see right now. Okay, yep, definitely does, so that's good. Alright, we're 7 turns in, phase 3. We're looking okay so far. Buff, buff. We definitely want to pop this ult right here and do a lot of damage. Then skill 2. 390,000, we'll take it. Next phase, beautiful. Alright, he's unbroken, so that would have been the phase shift right there where your damage stops, it looks like. Okay. Ults. We can do 2 ults here, that's fine. And then we will... Let's skill 1 here, and then skill 3. Yaga's gonna do no damage, of course. Did not get the stun, unfortunately. It would have been nice to get that. They also decreased ultimate gauge with Nishimiya, but there was no ultimate gauge really to decrease, so it didn't matter. Sukuna carrying with the damage. Absolute beast. Oh man, he hits so much harder right there. Crazy. Alright, we go for this. Break damage. Buff. Let's buff himself, and we want to do another skill 3 here. And the sooner we can get Gojo's ult, realistically, the better. Hopefully. Let's do that. This. I'm gonna... do I want to draw? I don't want to draw aggro to him. That might be a bad idea. And we'll do one more turn of a skill 3 here. Alright, 163,000, and then he has all the lacerations too. Oh, no, our buffer died. Okay, so now it's going to be harder for us to do damage, but we do have Gojo, who, once we get his ult, it'll be a little bit better. We'll do this. Let's self-buff here, and then we're going to go into a skill 1. We're on turn 11. We're running out of turns. So can I heal? Let's go. He's actually hitting surprisingly hard. This man's dying here. I have a feeling. Alright, I'm buff him. Alright, Gojo has ult. Beautiful. No way. Oh, no way. He's still alive. I actually don't believe it. Alright, we ult. We have 5 turns left, so that's good. We'll do this ult. And we want to do a skill 2 here. Let's go. I don't think I'm going to make it that far on my first try, but it's not bad. Considering this is a completely free-to-play account, I'm not too upset with it. If I make it to 5, I'll be happy. If I can make it past 5, I'll be really happy. This guy has a lot of health, though. So the key is like finding consistent nuking damage with this, which is a little bit harder to do than like just normal, just big nukes. 4,954,000 health. Each phase is insane. the amount of health that these guys have. That's absolutely crazy. Okay, do this. I guess we can skill 1 here. Let's ult. Hopefully Sukuna will do a bit here. Oh my god, he's doing bits. 1,380,000 damage. Very nice. Damn. Okay. Goodbye, Miguel. Can I make it to 6? Nah. Can I do 2 million damage that quickly? That's the question. I don't think I can. 650. That's so much. It's still probably not going to be enough. No. Okay. So we made it to phase 5 on the first go around. I'm not too upset about that though. We'll see what the rewards look like. 251,000. Okay. We were so close to making it to the next phase. 386,000 health. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that for the first run though. That's really not bad. Okay, so it turns out if you complete the battle, it automatically claims them, but essentially you can try it as many times as you want and retreat, and it won't count as a try. Okay, so that's what it means. And this check mark right here is your quick battle, so you can go through and quick battle afterwards. I'll just do 1 here so you guys can see it, but you can do multiple if you want, and it will just do the amount of stages that you did before and then give you those rewards quickly, so you don't have to farm it all out again, which is kind of nice if you want to work on a character fast and efficiently. Okay, and last but not least for the video, interestingly enough, there is hidden potential for everybody. I kind of misspoke at the beginning of the video. However, the hidden potential for everybody is not quite the same. So with older characters like the red panda here, if you go in and take a look at him, he has these special skills that you're able to unlock by going through the hidden potential. Whereas if you look at other characters, like for example Sukuna or the new Gojo, we go in and you can see you can work on some of their stuff and level up some of their stats. It's not that crazy, but the real crazy part is when you get the special skills. Notice they don't have special skills yet, so eventually these characters will get special skills, so you can actually invest in the hidden potential route for these characters early if you wanted to. Just keep in mind it's not going to be as big of a buff to these characters who are already OP in the game as it is to like Panda here, who when you upgrade his hidden potential route right here, it's going to allow him to draw aggro instead of from one opponent, from multiple opponents, which is like an insane buff for him. So essentially the hidden potential route with these special passives right here is a way to buff older characters earlier, and then eventually the newer characters as they get older will start to get these special abilities as well. Now, it is important to note that with these special skills, there can be stipulations to unlocking them. So like this one right here, there is no stipulation. You just have to get these materials and you're able to unlock the skill, which is just going to increase the amount of damage you can take and stuff like that. But the really important one for Panda that makes him like uber better does have to be level 10 first before you can unlock this hidden potential special ability. And then you also have to get these materials as well. So it can be quite hard to get their special skills and stuff like that. It is definitely something you're gonna have to farm out. Be careful with this button up here, especially if you aren't translating things, because this is how you reset the hidden potential route. It does cost cubes, and then you know you've lost resources. So keep that in mind as well if you're thinking about leveling up characters. I unlocked 3 nodes here just so you can see what they look like when they are lit up. And that is essentially it for the new game mode and hidden potential. I feel like that's the basics of it. I don't feel like it's too complicated. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.